Billings, undefeated in the Northwest region, defeated Oregon Wednesday to reach the title game. Winner take all. The winner of that game will head to Greenville, North Carolina. The winner of this game will meet them there. Pennsylvania trailing New York as they have right from the jump. It's 7-0 as we head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Ariella Bell's first pitch fouled away by Ava Rios, who had one of the big hits in that first inning, a two-run single that made the score 6-0.
And really give Bell a lot of credit here in the circle to really limit what has gone on. Even though a run had passed in the third inning, she's really settled in.
Backhanded by Grambo, the toss across in time. Put a star next to that one. Grambo from deep in the hole.
Yeah, she was way deep in her position there at shortstop. Does a great job just resetting her feet off one foot, making that throw. Good bullet there to get that out.
And now the batter is Mia Victor, who a year ago was in the stands rooting for her older sister Ava, who was on that Massapequa All-Star team that won the state title. And what was most noteworthy for Mia last year was what she wore on top of her head up in the stands. That's this year, and we'll show you in a moment how she looked and what Little League did on Instagram to illustrate just how cute she was. She was in the stands wearing an avocado hat last year, and on Instagram the page had a really clever caption. Down on strikes goes Mia. Perhaps that'll put a smile on her face. Certainly makes me smile every time I see it. When there's no guac at the concession stand.
Number 23, Jocelyn Vandenberg.
And now the defensive star of the night so far for New York, Jocelyn Vandenberg. A one hopper to short, Grambo gloves. 1-2-3 inning for Ariella Bell. We head to the fifth. Leadership Training Center. New York looking to punch its ticket to the Little League Softball World Series. Getting closer as we head to the fifth inning. Enjoying a 7-0 lead over Pennsylvania. And we have the pitching change that we've kind of been anticipating. Olivia Feldman pitched 4 innings, and now she gives way to the starting shortstop, Alexis Fontana.
Yeah, and Fontana, again, just being able to mix. She's gotten those 8 innings pitched compared to 10 for Feldman. But good compliment to what Feldman can do. And now you're in a situation where you're forcing this Pennsylvania team to face a brand new pitcher here, and they're 6 outs away. They have to try to find a way to overcome a 7-run deficit in 2 innings here.
A very efficient pitching line for the starter, Olivia Feldman. She's in line to pick up the win. 4 innings, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. And now Fontana trying to nail down the final 6 outs for a spot in the World Series. Feldman awaits at shortstop on the 1-1 pitch. And also Ava Rios has moved back out to left field. She and Kylie Longdarrow have been swapping spots. Time called by the batter, Cameron Forgione. She's had herself a very good week, both in the field and at the plate. 5'8", 13-year-old at North Pocono Middle School.
She's one of those hitters that we've seen hit it pretty deep. One that actually landed on the warning track in her last game, so has the power. Good swing through there.
Well, on her questionnaire that she filled out for us at ESPN, she was asked who's the most famous person she knows, and she replied, me. I played on ESPN Plus in Bristol last year. She's doing it again and on ESPN tonight. And she pops it up to the second baseman. Mia Victor puts it away.
something that we've seen that has been common amongst all of the teams that have won and are on their way to the World Series is solid defense. And the teams that have come through big defensively, I mean, you're talking about that catch from Vandenberg last inning, securing pop flies, making routine ground ball outs. Teams that do that are the ones that have really been able to pull off the win, and it's partially because they've kept the runs from scoring and been able to use some of their offensive output to push more across.
Batter Anna Clementoni is a Yankees fan. She's from such a big Yankees family that their dog, like I think a lot of dogs, named for Derek Jeter. Her dog is Jeter. And that number 52 she wears is not a coincidence. If you're a Yankees fan, you know that CC Sabathia wore 52 very proudly and helped them win the 2009 World Series wearing that number.
I feel like we can claim Derek Jeter as a Michigan man. Just for the sake of him coming from Michigan. I'm going to own that, being a Michigan fan.
You know, as Clementoni rips this one to right center field, a one-out base hit. She stops at first with a single. Well, let's just finish that thought. You do remember that he did tell the University of Michigan, no thank you, I don't want to go to Ann Arbor. I would rather go and play minor league baseball.
He did, but if he had a college choice, I do believe it would be Ann Arbor, and I'm going to own that.
I think you're right. I think he's been on record to say that was where he was going to go if the Yankees hadn't taken him so high in that draft. And it worked out pretty well. Yeah.
Right. He did all right.
Ashton DeLucy swings a mean stick, lines a base hit into center field. The throw to second, not in time. Good job by Clementoni to get there and avoid the force out as Vandenberg tried to cut her down.
You have to realize this Pennsylvania team can hit the ball. They've been able to hit the ball well throughout this entire region. And now with a change of pitchers here at Fontana, we've seen 2 hits. Really starting to hit their stride.
Trying to get a double play. Let's get right out of here, right? Follow signs. I'm doing that. Let's go. Pick one, pick. Pick one.
Well, Jenny, I like that message. Don't try for 2. Just get the out. Let's try and put another 0 up on the board.
Yeah, it's great advice. You have a 7-run lead. Just focus on getting the out. Get a couple more outs, ignore the runners, and just work to focus on the batter here, 1 pitch at a time. A lot of times, especially at this age, when things start to fall apart, they really fall apart because you get caught up in all of these moments that are leading up to it. If you just reset your mind and work to get the batter, it makes the game a little bit more simple. And you limit the damage that can be done.
And a Haven strike behind in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch from Fontana, low and outside. Two balls and 2 strikes again. You feel a little bit of life coming from that Pennsylvania dugout.
Yeah, and this team plays loose too. They get excited, they celebrate a lot. You can see how fired up they are. They finally got something going offensively. And if you let them in this game, things can change.
Up the middle into center field. Everybody moves up a base, and the bases are loaded with only 1 out on the single by Anna Havenstrike.
This is one of those situations. First, great shot right back up the middle. Again, past the bat. It's about just trying to find a way to push one across. It's kind of been what Pennsylvania wanted to do. But this is a situation where you do start second-guessing that pitching change, and Fontana has been solid. So to make that call, to make the change has been obviously an easy decision, but it doesn't always go the way you planned it. And here we're seeing Fontana get hit just a little bit more than Feldman did. Now keep in mind, Feldman can go back in if she needs to here.
She's having to deal with the ESPN Queen, the newly named ESPN Queen. That's a foul ball. Foul ball. And so everybody will go back. So Adeline Washko, who on Wednesday made the Sports Center top 10 #1 play, diving catch out in center field, and then after preserving the 1-1 tie in the top of the inning, came up in the next half and ripped the game-winning 2-run double. And for that, she is now apparently being called the ESPN Queen. Here's the catch, and I'm telling you, Jenny, I've never seen a better one here in Bristol in softball. Well, this is the catch. That was the catch from earlier this game from Jocelyn Vandenberg, which is really nice, but I don't put it up with what Washko did a couple of nights ago.
No, I don't know, make #1 Sports Center, maybe top 10, who knows? But Washko's maybe the best in Little League, but I haven't seen catches like that in college sometimes that were that good.
I mean, she laid out. She left her feet knowing, I'm going to get that ball.
It's the definition of going all out, putting everything you got in it.
So here it is. I thought there's no way off the bat that ball's being caught.
She just gave it every bit of effort that she possibly could. Who's going to get past her either way, right? So if you're going to dive for it, you might as well go for it. Go big or go home. Sometimes that's a fun way to get through a softball game.
How much fun. I mean, these girls have the time of their lives coming in the dormitories. They stay in the dorms with their friends, their teammates. And to watch Sports Center after you did that and to see you, and there's anticipation. You don't know if you're going to make the top 10. And not only does she make the top 10, but sitting there watching with all of her teammates, she was #1. And she's putting up a good fight, although it ends there in the glove of Abigail Long, who smartly runs the ball back into the infield. A huge second out for Alexis Fontana.
Yeah, you get those pop flies. You don't have to worry about making a throw, so you don't have a position where you get a ground ball and have to make a throw. That allows a runner to advance. Pop fly, no runners can advance, especially an infield pop fly.
And now here is Reagan West. First pitch swinging. Slow roller to third. Van Skyler to first. And they strand the bases loaded. 7-0. Still New York in front.
Now let's finish it that way, right? Offense is what they're doing. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Jenny, what do you think?
Well, I think to me that's the easiest way to get yourself to the World Series, right? There's an advantage to being the home team to be able to walk this off and not have to put your defense back out there and allow this Pennsylvania team to put more runners on the base path. And I think to me a little bit of that is being respectful of the fact that they know Pennsylvania can get back into this game. So finish it here on offense so you don't have to worry about it.
It's the 12-1-2 hitters, and yes, 12. They have 12 on the roster, and with the new continuous batting order rules in place in Little League, you have all 12 on the roster in the starting lineup in the starting batting order. So Emerson Moore is the number 12 hitter, and she falls behind 1 and 2. By the way, Richie Eaton, the manager, I love telling this story. When he was 10 years old, he snuck into Shea Stadium for Game 7 of the World Series. He was there on the premises without a ticket, although he apparently managed a ticket from somebody who was inside, but he got through the gates to watch the Mets beat the Red Sox. There's Richie, New Yorker through and through. Now the PS to that story, as Mel gives the strikeout, is that his father of the same name, Richard Sr., was also an usher for that game, so Dad helped sneak him in to watch Game 7 of the World Series.
Number 11, Alexis Fontana.
Kind of appreciate that. I would have loved to try to sneak in.
Why not?
Any way you can. Absolutely. It's a moment.
Well, his dad was an usher at Shea Stadium and at Madison Square Garden. And his grandfather, George, was also an usher at Madison Square Garden, Shea, and Ebbets Field going way back. So they knew their way around a ballpark or an arena and how to get in.
Good pitch there by Bell. She's been throwing a lot of strikes in and around that zone, and part of what made New York so good in the first inning was their aggressiveness. Early on swinging.
Fontana lifts it to left. 2 outs. Reagan West playing left field this half inning with the putout. And DeLucy is playing right field this half inning. Feldman takes the off-speed pitch up 1-1. She had the first of 3 consecutive doubles in that first inning when New York broke it open.
Good pitch to attack there. She swings through, but again, Bell getting ahead in the count. That's why she's been effective this inning.
Grounded to short. Rambo to first. Last chance for Pennsylvania. Down 7-0. Pennsylvania can't score 7 or more runs. New York will win the region and head to the World Series. Alexis Fontana charged with trying to get the last 3 outs for Massapequa, Long Island. It's a team that reworked its roster from a state championship team a year ago, getting their 2, 3, 4, and 5 hitters who didn't play Little League a year ago to want to play. They were so good, played on ESPN, and they wanted to join the fun. 1 away.
Number 3, Riley
It was
Rambo.
really easy for Pennsylvania to let those negative thoughts creep in. Got to use these 3 outs as much as you possibly can. Find a way, just load the bases like you did last inning. All it takes is one big hit to really change the dynamic of this game. Again, when you get here in these later innings, it's really hard not to think about the what if. What might happen.
Line drive, base hit. Kylie Longaro back in the game, and it gets past her. Stopping at second base, Riley Rambo.
I've said this all game. I think Riley Grambo is one of those hitters that can really change the dynamic of this game. She drives this pitch right down the line. Like you said, gets past Longaro,
Number 99,
allows for an extra base here. Just work to score, Grambo. Keep it going. You're at the top of the lineup here. You found a way to get runners on last inning. Focus on the positive. Focus on singular pitches and getting your barrel on the ball.
The batter is Ariella Bell. She singled to center last time, lined out to second base in the first inning. 1 for 2. Her mom is just hoping this special summer season in 2023 lasts a little bit longer. Now the 2-0 pitch. 3 balls and no strikes. The catcher, Sienna Urker, before throwing the ball back out to the circle, says, take it easy. We're okay. Fontana pumps the strike right over the middle.
Yeah, good pitch there. I think sometimes, I talk about Pennsylvania and just letting those negative thoughts creep in, but sometimes when you're winning a ball game, you can start thinking about the fact that maybe you have it won before you finish, and you really got to hone down and shut the door here before you let those thoughts creep in. Good pitch there.
Bell popped out to long. 2 out.
A good comeback after getting behind with 3 balls on Bell. You can see that look on Fontana's face. You can see that she's thinking about it. And I love that moment for her. I just want her to focus on this next batter. Been there before. You got to keep focusing.
It's the number 3 hitter for Pennsylvania, Avery Rasholi. You make a mistake to her and she's going to drive it somewhere. Good pitch for strike 1.
Yeah, low in that zone, moving a little bit lower. And for Rasholi, even if you put that ball in play, a lot of times that can result in a ground ball.
This could do it. Grounded to short. Throw to first in time. Massapequa, New York wins the 2023 regional and is headed to the World Series.
What a performance by New York to really step up and make a statement in that first inning, knowing that they were facing a good pitcher in Ariana Bell, that they had to capitalize as much as they could. Solid defense, solid pitching kept them in that game. Just a great performance all around.
Ladies and gentlemen, your final score, New York 7, Pennsylvania 0.
Our final score, New York 7, Pennsylvania nothing. Massapequa, New York advances to the Little League Softball World Series in Greenville, North Carolina. Strong Island indeed. A 6-run first inning proved to be the difference. For Jenny Ritter, I'm Doug Sherman. After the break, we'll get you back to the studio with Phil Murphy and Michelle Smith.
Swap between pitching and shortstop. So if they can continue to pitch well, Feldman, Fontana, the 2 of them, when they work back and forth, are outstanding. A very good defense as well. They gave up just 4 runs in this regional. So they're going to have to limit damage when they get to Greenville, and then obviously figure out a way to put runs up on the board. And I think if they do that, they have a good chance.
And again, they showed some poise when Pennsylvania started to build a little bit of momentum. Well, the game of the day, the moment of the day came in